What's good, y'all? What's going on? It's your girl Dash, back with another episode of Back to Basics. So today we're going to talk about foundation. First episode we talked about brushes. I felt like it was super important to just inform you guys on, the tools that are going to set you up for success. Foundation is also one of those things that can either set you up for success or derail your entire operation. So you want to make sure that you're getting the right product for you. Hopefully at the end of this video you'll be able to identify your skin type and also identify which formula might be the best for you, because I have some different formulas here from your most matte to your most dewy. So foundation is a structure that holds your makeup together. That's why it's very important for us to really take note of what our skin type is and pick the appropriate foundation. There are 1,001 foundations out there, absolutely. Not all of them is good though, I'll tell you that. I'm the pickiest motherfucker on this planet, so I can tell you, when it comes to foundation, it's always been such trial and error for me. Like, ain't no foundation that I love. I did not come to love a foundation until 5 years into me doing makeup. That's when I was like, oh my god, I love that. Yeah, I liked things, but I look at everything with a side eye. It's bad, it's terrible. I'm so freaking picky. I'm just like, oh yeah, Dash, you tried a new foundation came out? I'm also not afraid to try new things, so yeah. A foundation that I want to start with today is actually the Cover FX Power Play foundation. This one is a 24-hour wear, sweat-proof, waterproof, transfer-proof, they say, foundation. She has pollution defense, which I really appreciate, because it's going to help to shield you from environmental aggressors, okay? Those can age you, so you want to make sure you're protected at all times. The coverage is, full coverage. So if you're someone who feels like you have some discoloration that you might really want to cover, then you might like a fuller coverage. If you have some acne scars, you might like a fuller coverage. If there's a lot of texture in the skin, if the skin is a little bit drier, you might like to opt for something a little bit more luminous. This is more on the matte side, but it's very easy to manipulate. I usually manipulate this with an oil. It's my go-to. This is the Cannabis Sativa seed oil from Milani, by the way. Very hydrating. So something like this will just help to turn this into a natural finish foundation. That's usually what I do. This is the foundation that I keep in my kit. This is the one that I use on myself and my clients when I was freelance and heavy, and it never failed me. Gave me the coverage. It looked absolutely beautiful. It blurs out pores and smooths fine lines, and the best part is that Cover FX is a brand that caters to sensitive skin, so I was never gonna have an issue with someone feeling irritated because of Power Play foundation. Photographs beautifully too, and there are 40 shades. When you're looking for a foundation, right? It's a love-hate thing when it comes to the whole 40 shades thing, right? Because inclusivity, yes, 40 shades. We love her for that. But 40 shades that really understand skin. Cover FX breaks down their foundations according to your undertone. So you look at yourself, right? Everybody has an undertone. Like, if you look at me, you can tell, this is my shade of foundation. She's a little bit more golden. See, a little bit more yellow. I have yellow undertones. Some people are more pink. Some people have a little bit more redness in them. Some people a little bit more olivey, like kind of like a greenish complexion. And some people are neutral, which is in the middle. I'm pretty neutral right now because my hands are very neutral. I'm Caucasian in the hands, but I'm Latina in the face, you know what I'm saying? But just to put it in perspective, that's what your undertone is. So they break it down according to undertone. So I'm a G50 in the Cover FX Power Play foundation. So you would have your P's, which stands for pink. So like P50. If I put on a P50 on my G50 face, I would look dead. Golden undertones with pink undertones, you look casket ready. It's not cute, okay? There's also an N. The N category is my favorite because with Cover FX, if you're ever having trouble picking out your shade of foundation, the N category is the one you want to gravitate towards first, because if it's too pink or too yellow, then you're in the neutral. If the neutral is slightly off, then you would be in the pink or you would be in the yellow. It's just the one that indicates to you which would be the undertone that you would go with. That would be the most flattering for you. So you have the pinks, the neutrals, and you also have the goldens. And they also have a golden plus, which is actually an olive tone, which I appreciate because not a lot of brands have enough olive tone complexions, any olive tone options. So yeah, if you're having a hard time finding a foundation and you want to make it super easy for yourself, Cover FX has it. I believe they're still at Ulta and they do have their online website, but great for oily skin. Also great for anyone who wants to beat their face. This is I'm a beat my face foundation, because there's a difference between I'm an everyday makeup wearer, I just throw it on with my hands, call it a day. And I have those products here. Don't worry, I love to beat my face, but I'm a natural girl too, okay? But if you want to beat your face, you might love the Cover FX Power Play foundation. Okay. Now, the next foundation I'm gonna talk about, she reminds me of Cover FX Power Play, but she's more of like the drugstore version. of Cover FX Power Play. So, and the coverage is absolutely beautiful. She's a little heavier too, I find. This is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Foundation. This is the 2-in-1 foundation and concealer. I wear the shade number 5, warm beige for reference. So the coverage in this, insane. The price point, also really good. This is definitely under 20 bucks, and a little bit goes a very long way. This is another one that I do like to manipulate with my oil. The only difference between this and the Cover FX Power Play Foundation is that this doesn't have the pollution defense. That's, I mean, and also this is great for all skin types. It's safe to say, safe for all skin types. I'm not quite sure about drugstore, let's be honest. But for me, I haven't seen an issue out of it. I believe if you wash your face and you use the appropriate skincare products for you at the end of the day, you're gonna have no issue, right? Don't fall asleep in your makeup. That's usually the issue. Don't fall asleep in your makeup. But this is gonna give you full coverage. This is another I Wanna Beat My Face foundation. I'm so glad that they expanded, because when this first launched, I wanted to try it. They didn't have my shade, nothing matched to me, but they finally do, and I'm a pretty big fan. So again, matte finish. Think of it as like a lower end Cover FX Power Play. Now, on the more dewy side, so Nudestix, an amazing brand. Actually, the same woman that launched Cover FX is the same woman that launched Nudestix, and she is the same woman who's responsible for so many of our iconic favorites from like MAC, Cover FX, and Nudestix. Her name is Jenny Franco, chemical engineer, smart woman, loved learning from her. But this tinted cover foundation was launched back in September. This has 18 active I'll just talk about the ingredients, because you'll know this about me going forward. I'm very ingredient centric. I like to know what's in my stuff. A lot of people don't, and that is the root of a lot of y'all's issues with y'all imbalanced skin and y'all acne that don't want to go away because y'all not using ingredients that's good for you. But we gonna fix that. Mama Dash is here. So the Nudestix Tinted Cover Foundation has 18 active ingredients that help to protect against pollution. It's anti-aging, y'all. We need that. We wear makeup every day. If you wear makeup every day, you need that. Anti-inflammatory. If you're experiencing acne, you need any kind of blemishes on your skin, any discomfort, you need that. Tea tree extract, coffee extract, which is brightening and awakening. And there's also a calming lavender oil, which is the thinnest possible oil. Think eczema, rosacea, psoriasis, chemical burns, sunburn, things that you wouldn't necessarily put makeup on your face for, but it's like if you left the beach and you looking a little red, you can put this on and this will help to calm it down rather than burn your face like some foundations do. This one, just to backtrack, Cover FX Foundation, $44 at your retailers. Nudestix retails for $35. And so just take into account all those amazing ingredients and how many foundations are here, like $40, $50, $60, and they don't offer nearly enough benefits as this does. So I just want to show you really quick, and I'll put some on the back of my hand. I want to show you the texture. And I'm actually going to do it with my palm brush from Artis. So this just leaves the skin looking like skin, and that's one thing I appreciate. So the previous two foundations that I mentioned, the Milani Conceal and Perfect and the Cover FX Power Play, see this you can tell is not matte. Wait, it can, yeah, she's more luminous. Whereas the Power Play that was on this side, she flat. You feel me? So for anyone who has a textured skin, for anyone that has sensitive skin, this is essentially the cleanest, safest product you could probably put on your skin, to be very honest. If you have sensitive skin, this is probably the cleanest, safest product that you could possibly put on your skin. If you're a teenager just looking to buy your first foundation for school, this is something you can throw on with your hands. It doesn't even need to be thrown on with like a brush or a beauty blender. This is what I'm wearing today in this video, by the way. I'm wearing Nudestix Tinted Cover in the shade number 4, and I love it because it just gives me the glow that I want. So that's important, right? Because from the perspective of someone who's just going to school, going to work, doesn't really do so much on a daily basis, this is perfect. Because like I said, you can throw it on with your hands. My mom gets ready on the train with her hands. She always calling me like, girl, they was complimenting my makeup at work. They said I was cute and all that. And I'm like, really? I just do it in the trim with my hands. And I'm like, go off, mama, that's because your skin is popping. She a woman understands she don't need a lot. You know what I'm saying? So if you're the kind of person that understands you don't need a lot, you get ready on the train with your hands, this is something that's just gonna give you that one and done look. You don't have to sit here and do powder with it, because what I notice is that the tea tree component also helps to balance out your skin's pH and just normalize what your skin looks like. So if you're super oily, you're just gonna look like radiant and like you just got a facial, and I love that. But yeah, super hydrating, photographs beautifully. I mean, as you can see, I love glow. I love how things highlight. My highlight is not gonna look this poppin' if I'm hella dry with my foundation. That's why I add the oils to this when I use it in the summer. And that's why wintertime and those transitional periods, this is what I'm using. Now, another option that I like that's actually from the drugstore and is really also super dewy and hydrating is the Maybelline Fit Me Dewy and Smooth. This one is beautiful. Can I tell y'all a story about this? This is gross. Now, I'm telling you this story because sometimes you have to make mistakes in order to grow and learn. But one day, so I'm in the ballroom community. Y'all know what ballroom is? Ooh, girl, look it up. Watch Paris is Burning on Netflix. But no, one day I went to a ball with mother and I was beating my face with the Maybelline Dewy and Smooth, and I was also using their compact powder. I was over at her house and we had a night, girl. We had a night. My makeup was looking popping. I wish you could insert a picture of that night. That makeup was popping. I woke up the next morning, my face was on, bitch. On. I got home, I think it was like at 4 in the morning, and I had to go to work shortly after that. And I still went to work because now, you know, now ethics, right? But my face was on and people were complimenting my makeup and I gagged. I was like, little do you know this is yesterday's makeup. I felt so gross. But listen, sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. Give yourself a little bird bath, you know what I'm saying? But if you gotta leave your face on like that, I'm just saying, this is a good one. No, I'm kidding. Not an advocate for that. Not advocating for that. But I just had to tell that story because if you want to know if she's long wearing, she's long wearing. So there's this common misconception that dewy is not gonna be long wearing. No, if the more dewy your foundation is, the more powder you're able to use later on. So the Dewy and Smooth just gives a really nice hydrating finish. It has an SPF 18. For me, I was able to photograph really nicely all night without having any flashback. I do use foundation powder over top too, so that helps. The coverage I would say is more medium. She's definitely a medium, but you can build it up to full. But great option for anyone looking for a hydrating foundation, something that's not super dry but also doesn't break the bank. This is a great option for that. I like to think of it as, obviously doesn't have all the skincare benefits, but you know, great option. I wear the shade 210 Sandy Beige for reference. And the last product that I want to talk about for foundation is actually a tinted moisturizer. This, I love, girl, let me just, she looked dusty. Just wipe her off real quick. You just have sis. I'm sorry, girl. I'm just gonna put you out there like that. But I lost the cap because I lose the cap to everything. But this is the Sephora Collection Matte Perfection Tinted Moisturizer. Hear me out. So after I do my skincare, right? When I do my skincare, my skin is usually glistening, like just wet, like water. Okay? Like a river. Like I need to see the reflection of the light. I need to see myself in my cheekbones. You know what I'm saying? I love a glow. So because my skin is very hydrated already, and this is a more of a matte finish. It's a soft matte though. It's not a heavy matte. I love the fact that I can take this with my hands. I literally take it with my hands and massage it all over my skin, and it gives the most beautiful natural tint. And because I'm already moisturized and so hydrated underneath, when it sets in my skin, it sets in a nice natural finish that looks like I just got a facial, and my skin tone looks so even. So again, if you're looking for something, if you have very sensitive skin and you want something that's gonna be very lightweight, you might like the Nudestix Tinted Cover a lot. You might love her actually. If you're also looking for something that's not gonna break the bank and you just, like I said, wanna get ready, hurry up and get to work, then this the one you want to do. This one is really good. $20 only, and I find that it has pretty good coverage for a tinted moisturizer, but it's still super lightweight. So yeah, I hope that you guys were able to pick up a thing or two from these different formulas and textures that we spoke about. I do recommend you guys look into these products and read up some reviews and see other people's experiences with them. Of course, everybody is different. What I'm telling you is based on my experience and my experiences with my client, and this is all based on my professional opinion. So, of course, not everything works for everybody. I'm just telling you, like I said, my professional opinion, that was redundant, but not everything works for everyone, but I do encourage you guys to not be afraid to go out there and just know that it's trial and error, because that's what it is. Like I said, 5 years for me to find the love of my life, Cover FX Power Play, and the other love of my life, because I'm a polygamist. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Nudestix Tinted Cover. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Stay tuned for the next one. I'ma see y'all soon because I gotta dash. Holla at y'all.